Welcome to The Pulse, where we delve deep into the issues and ideas that are shaping the future of education. I'm your host, Rick Surrency, Superintendent of the Putnam County School District, and each week we'll be talking to teachers, administrators, and other experts in the field about the latest trends, best practices, and most pressing concerns in education. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just someone who cares about education, this podcast is for you. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the pulse. Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Rick Surrency, the Superintendent of the Putnam County School District, and I'm very honored today to have three distinguished guests who are actually employees of the school district. And we're going to talk about how the school district supports our employees, specifically talk about the new teacher mentoring program that we've had for a while. And by the way, it's been 6 or 7 years. And Kristin, you can probably tell us exactly when we started this, but this has become really a model program for our school district, as well as a model for many other districts in Florida and around the United States. And I know Kristin will touch on that, but I'd like for each of you just to introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and then we'll come back and ask a few questions about, what's going on in the district. So Kristin,
okay.
Why don't you start?
Kristin Carrol. I am an administrator in human resources for certification, recruitment, and retention of instructional staff. This is my 28th year. I started as an elementary school teacher here. I also am a graduate of Palatka High School. So,
in some college out west.
Yes, and some college out west. Go Noles. And so that's what I've just tried to do what I can to support what we're here to talk about.
Awesome.
The new teacher program.
Glad to have you. And we'll have, starting on my left, introduce yourself if you would.
Mr. Parrish. I teach at Crescent City Junior Senior High School, 9th grade geography and 11th grade U.S. history. I graduated from the University of Central Florida last year.
Very good.
And got hired straight into the county.
Very good. And are you a native?
I'm from New Smyrna Beach, Florida, so right south of Daytona.
Well, welcome to Putnam County.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'm a former social studies teacher, so we can talk some history and all that kind of stuff later. So, Ann?
Hi, my name is Lakeisha Rayburn. I am a 5th grade reading teacher at James A. Long Elementary. I am a proud graduate, 1995, of Palatka High School.
Well, it's good to have you, and I've known Lakeisha for a long time. I think she was a student at Palatka High when I was there, or sometime there, and I've known you as a mother.
Yes.
And had one of your son and so forth. So it's a pleasure to have you in the district and to be on our show today. So
it's a blessing to serve my districts.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So Kristin, talk to us about maybe for people that may be out there that are looking for a position as a teacher or just for any position, maybe talk to us overall about the way we support our employees and specifically the new teacher mentoring program.
I would love to, because I'm really, really proud of our school district and what we do here to support all of our employees. But like I said, we're specifically here to talk about our new teachers. And one of the things that we've done here is we've put together a new teacher mentor program, which has 4 district level mentors. And that is basically, that's just their job. So what I mean by that is when I started teaching 28 years ago, my mentor was another teacher who was a wonderful teacher. He was there for me when she could be there for me, but she's a teacher. Mm-hmm. So that was her job. So she was very busy doing teaching. And then to be able to get to me like maybe I needed, it was very hard for her. And so we are fortunate here that we have district level. Like I said, that is their only job. And they work with new teachers that come in. It was 0 to 3 years. We were supporting any new teacher that came in, even if you came in from another district with 15 years, or you had just graduated, or the state had deemed you, ready to teach. You have a bachelor's degree in a subject, but you may not have been a college of ed. So we were really supporting teachers sitting at 0 to 3 years. That's now the state has given teachers 2 more years, so we're looking at 0 to 5. So this program has always been changing and flowing, and what can we do better? What can we do different? What are we already doing great? And so these mentors are able to go in and work with new teachers to our district at various levels. Mm-hmm. It is tiered based on their needs. based on if they're sitting at a temporary certificate, needing to move to that professional, they have more work to do. Again, that the state has required them to do.
What are some things they might do with a teacher that our mentors are working with teachers, but what might be some things they would assist them with?
So they would assist them with, basically, we really want them in the classrooms most of the time working with the teachers. Again, even if you've come into our district with 15 years, you still need to be supported because every place is different. And it may just be like, I need to understand your evaluation system, or I need to understand your program for where you put your grades in. That may be all someone needs, or it may be like, I really need some behavior management, some classroom management. I need help getting through these requirements to move to my professional certificate. And so it is, again, it's tiered based on the need.
And it's strictly coaching and mentoring. It's not evaluative.
No, it is not evaluative at all. It is mentoring. We do have instructional coaches too with the district, which provides support as well. That's a big thing about us, is we're here to support our people in the Putnam County School District. So the mentor program is for that behavior management, classroom management. What else do you need? You need a new chair. You need to, who do you ask? Who do you even ask to do that or get that from? Those simple little job barriers up to maybe the harder barriers of, I really need to teach you some things about like what's going on in the classroom. But that's where we spend, the mentors, when I say we, spend most of their time is really getting in there and trying to work with the new teachers and modeling for them. And then there's that other part, like if it's a person who is on a temporary certificate, they have a lot of work that they have to do that the state requires them to do. So we support them there as well.
And, for those new out of college graduates who are looking for teaching jobs, understand this is an opportunity to really get into a district that really supports you.
Right.
Because, new teachers, and I think we all used to be one at one time, and we still are, where that's a real vulnerable time where some people might think, well, I don't know if teaching's for me, or this is harder than I thought. And being in the classroom without that support can be pretty daunting. So I think that has really helped us to really retain a lot of teachers. And if you would talk to us about the data, we've got some data over the last several years. I think that's pretty powerful about retaining teachers.
So I'm going to go back to what you just said about like that's what teachers really want and want that support. And when I do recruit at the different colleges, and the mentors come with me as well, and we start talking about all the benefits that we have at this district, and when I bring this up, because it wasn't in a lot of districts. And when we started this 7 years ago, and so when I bring this program up, that's what they want to know more about. Whether they're a college of ed or if it's someone just coming in, that they're a psychology major. They want to know more about the support. And so we started with 67% retention rate, with the zero back then, 7 years ago, was looking at 0 to 3 year people with experience, and we piloted it with a few schools. And then the second year we went to all schools, and we have stayed in the last 5 years at 90% retention rate or higher. Now this year we are, because of the state allowing that temporary certificate to go to 5 years, we are looking at different data, 0 to 5 years, how long they're with us, people we truly are working with in the mentor program to get true valid data. So that changed this year, but yes, we've sat around 90% or above from that 67% retention rate of those new teachers.
The question I ask as a district leader is, how can we afford to do that? We have 4 certified teachers who do not have classes, and it's hard to find teachers anyway, but we have teachers that do nothing but visit other teachers. And you look at the data is very clear. This is an investment, and the return on our investment is pretty strong, because when you lose a teacher and then you have to hire another teacher, there is a cost involved.
There is.
And if we can retain these teachers and support them and have them work here for years and years, that is a tremendous asset for the district. And as far as the mentors go, that is just a great benefit for the teachers that we serve.
Well, you have teachers that are learning and growing, and we're not having to start over. So who it benefits is our students.
Absolutely. That's the
most
best
important.
point. The kids win on the end. So I know we have 2 of our novice teachers or newer teachers in here. So could I hear from you and how the district has supported you and is supporting you, as a first-year teacher?
Yeah, so it's a lot of what Ms. Carroll said there, classroom management. At the college level, like I said, I just got out last year. We had all these theory classes. I think we took a total of 3, but during COVID, and it's just a class. You're not physically in there with the kids. So I come to this county, and I've got students that are completely different than middle of Orlando, where I went to college. Very different from where I came from, South Daytona there. Mm-hmm. So I've got new kids, a new attitude that I have to adjust to, and the mentor is there to really help us get through that. The first thing I wanted to go through was the seating, and she came in, looked at the classroom, and she said, here's how I think you should probably do this, and I tried it that way. I've stayed with that the whole year now because it just works so much better than what I had. Stuff like that with lesson planning and the observations, it really helps whenever they'll come in and they're not giving you the Marzano approach exactly, but they'll go over it and how it applies to Marzano and how you can actually improve your scores even though they're not scoring you, which is a really big help for someone that is worried about that data all the time.
Well, it's good to have somebody. And again, I was a new teacher way back when, and to be able to pick up the phone and call somebody and another professional to come in and say, I need to talk to you about something, and to have that level of trust. It might be something you would not want to share or ask of your administrator, but you could talk to your mentor and have that relationship that really provides you that confidence to teach. So thank you for sharing that. That means a lot. Ms. Rayburn, tell us what, after 5 years, and I know you're at a different level, so to speak, but talk to us about your experience.
Well, I'm at a very exciting point in my experience with Putnam County School District. Last week, I did receive my professional certificate. So it's been a journey, but it has also been a journey that I haven't traveled alone because of my mentors. It's almost, that's your person. So you can feel vulnerable as you were going to. I can feel vulnerable with that person. Coming in as a new teacher, I didn't know what I needed. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to get there. My mentors, and I've had 3 amazing ladies down my journey, and they have walked with me. Some of them still walk with me, and I'm running back into them as I continue to build in Putnam County, and I'm just excited. And I have to piggyback off of you saying it's an investment. You have 4 ladies that's not in the classroom, but I feel if you didn't have those 4 ladies, those would be more teachers that you would have to hire. Definitely that played a part in my retention rate.
That's great.
It has been worth the journey. Has it always been easy? No. But I always felt like I had a person that I can go to and ask for help and not be judged.
That's great.
So it's been amazing.
We are so proud of you earning your professional. That's
Thank
great.
you.
And, I've been on a couple of recruiting trips or been at teacher fairs and all that, and I've been there when people have come up and asked, I'm talking about people right out of college, I heard you have some type of mentoring program. That's the first question they ask before they ask about pay. And our pay is very competitive with our neighboring districts. And we have, the insurance, we do self-insured and all that. But most important, people feel like they have that support going in. So, Kristin, talk to us some more about maybe what are some next steps, or how do you see this evolving and expanding and so forth? What's your vision for the future of the mentoring program?
So, again, we are always growing. We send out surveys. We want their opinions, everything that we do, because we start with a new teacher institute when anyone's new into our district, and we want to show them the love. We want to show you are supported, and they're meeting other people from other schools and from their schools. They meet you right away. We all coming from the district. Our county and our businesses show up big for us, and so that like just shows them right there. Like, we really are here to support you. We have a fall and spring institute as well, where they can come back together, and then that continual support. But through all of that, we always send surveys because we want their feedback so that we can continue to learn and to grow. And again, this year we will learn a lot from. Now we have some people that we will have to help in a temporary certificate for 5 years instead of that 3 because of the state extension. So I just see our retention rate growing even more. I see us being able to help teachers, again, that help students to continue that learning and to keep them with us, keep that investment, and to be able to just draw more people into our school district. Because the one thing I can tell you about this mentor program is it is very authentic. And it is mentors who care. And it is a district who cares truly about people learning and being successful, and our support, hopefully, we're showing that through our support.
And I've hired many teachers over my career, and there's the teachers that come right out of college, and there are second career teachers, maybe people that might have stayed home with their children, and now they're ready to go back into the profession. And we also have those professionals who may have a degree in another area, but say, hey, you know what, I have something to offer. I could maybe be a teacher. So tell me about that. These people that might be alternative, pathways to teaching. How would you speak to them as far as taking on teaching as a career?
So the first thing I say is that's what I was. I had a degree in counseling when I started 28 years ago, and I had to go. I was on a temporary certificate, and I had to go back to get certified. And back then, we just took courses out of college, and like I said, I had a mentor that was another teacher, but that was busy. And so what I say to those people is, you can do it. We have all of the system in place for you to help you through that. That's one of the big reasons why we had this program as well, is because we do have a lot of people that are coming in and saying, I want to teach. And I would say within the last 4 years, 45% of our new teachers are teachers that have that content knowledge. And again, the state has deemed them, hireable in that area through the temporary certificate. But I
didn't
always
realize it was that high, 45%.
in the last 3 to 4 years. That's where we have been with our people that we have been hiring. Yeah,
And those people
and then that's
come
what's
in
out there. That's really just across in the state of Florida.
right, and they come in with years under their belt and a lot of experience in other areas that really could serve our students well.
Yeah, they have that content knowledge. They have to have a mastery in a content knowledge for the state to say, okay, they can teach. But we provide that support in the other areas.
And I know you do a lot of analysis of transcripts. They bring their transcripts in.
Yes, they bring their transcript in, and I mean, that's what I'm here for. I can see some of them are tricky, but most I can say the state's going to be up. They will give you the certificate. This is the subject that you need to apply for. And let me show you where you go on to set up an account and how you pay. And then we go from there. So we just try to support from the very beginning through all of that, starting in HR.
And it's one of our systems. We have a system in place, and when we hire people, and all businesses hire people, but we have a system where we have that embedded support throughout their career. I mean, even if they're a 10 or 15-year veteran, we always have, if they need support, we're there to,
Yes.
and it might be a different level of support, but we're there to support you. So as we conclude today, let me just hear, first of all, from both of you, what does the next 2 or 3 years look like for you as a professional? And what would you say to maybe an applicant to the Putnam County School District that is maybe considering working here in our county? And maybe talk about your own experience and what they might be able to look forward to. So first of all, tell us what your next 2 or 3 years might look like, if you thought about it, and then what you would advise to a new applicant.
I have thought about my next 2 or 3 years. I'm pretty content with staying at Crescent City Junior Senior High School for the time being, as long as Principal Adams will keep me there.
Yeah. You're getting a new school there, by the way.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I've been told within the next 3 years. We'll see.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'll be like one of the first ones to move. But coming from Orlando to Putnam County can be a lot of a little fear factor there.
Culture shock, right?
Very cultural shock. You're going to a place with maybe the same amount of people in it that my school had in Orange County that I did my internships at. But the community, like you guys are saying, it's more than it probably would have been in Orange County, I can say. I went to the Orange County interview system and everything, and there's a reason why I chose Putnam County over Orange County.
We're
and
glad
Lake
you did.
County. I couldn't be happier to be here.
And I'm sure, and when we, it'd probably be great to have new applicants have some of our teachers there, and just, if we have these fairs, have them there and let them share those experiences. So, and you've done that before.
She has
I've
offered,
offered.
yes.
My next 2 to 3 years, I thought I was done with school, but I am interested, and I'm actually pursuing further in my education to receive my master's
Good for you.
in ed leadership. I feel like Putnam County has definitely taken care of me, and I definitely want to serve our students of Putnam as much as I can. So my 2 to 3 year goal is I will still be proud Putnam County School District. So I will be here. What area I'm in, I don't know yet. But to the new applicant that's looking to make Putnam your home, just do it. Putnam is a small, loving town, and we welcome you. Come teach with us.
I couldn't have said that better. Keisha, thank you, and thanks to both of you for being here. Kristin, any final words?
I just want to say that I'm very proud of this program. I'm very proud of the work that our mentors do with our new teachers. I love to hear what you guys just said. Come work with us, the support that you're getting. That's just, I always tell when I go to recruit, I always say, I can sit up here and tell you all the wonderful things about our mentor program, but I know who you really want to hear from are the mentees, and we've done some videos that I can share with those people, because I'm like, they're the ones that are really sitting into it, and it's fair that they have a voice, and that's who you hear from. So I really appreciate it.
Well, and I want to thank you personally. I know you and Ms. Whitehurst, the HR director, have really been on the road a number of times and shared this program with a number of districts, both in the state and outside of the state.
Right.
I know as far as Arizona. So it's been very gratifying for me as the superintendent to know that we have some things that we can offer other districts.
Right.
And you guys are really the leading edge of that. So thank you for what you do. So again, thanks to all my guests today, and we will see you on our next podcast. Have a great day.